Right, Fender's off. Now what I'm going to do is deconstruct it so I can actually get the job done. Now what I want to do is remove all the extraneous stuff and get down to just basically the fender. What I'm going to do is I've put it on my little workbench, and I've put some covers down just to protect it from any damage from the workbench. But effectively you've got a couple of plastic pop rivets there. Let's get it stable, which do come out, and then you've got these little flaps and they go on there. What I'm going to do is open them up ever so slightly. Unclip that. It comes off quite easily. There's no real disadvantage if you can pop that out, but it is just rubber, so it just peels off, and that's that off. And yeah, that can be cleaned up when I'm waiting for the paint to dry. Let's pop that to one side safely. I want my storage box. Aha! What I'm going to do is put any small bits in this tub. Job done. Right, so what I want to do now is remove these side panels, and that means flipping it over. I think all the bolts are on the other side or on the inside, so you can flip it over. Oh yes, there's our problem. That's definitely a problem. I noticed a problem on the way on the tyre. There were small marks on the tyre and there was no reason for it to be there. And the two bolts I've got here are too big for it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down. You can see. Well, as you can see, it's pretty dirty, and I've got rust spots, I've got bolts that are rusted. So what I'll do, I can't believe I've painted all this, and it's fresh paint, and I did a good job, and it's like this. But anyway, we need to get these two side panels off, which are an Allen key and a bolt. Now the bolts need a squirt of something. 3 in 1, methinks. Actually, no, we won't use 3 in 1. I've got better. Where have I put it? Where have I put it? Oh, over there. Yeah, a GT85. Let's give them a little bit of a spray. Let penetration get in. Do everything while we're at it. I believe that's moved. Just prep it. We'll leave it for a few minutes. Plenty of it. That's a lot easier. And then we can use the Allen key to do the job. That's coming off. Here we go. It's coming off. That's one removed. What we'll do is I'll replace these with I've got some stainless bolts anyway, so I can replace them, well, nuts, so I can replace them at will. And we put that in our little tub. And what I can do is I can pop that there and then just undo the Allen bolt. Like a little bit of weight shifting, but alright, we've got that off, put that off, put that off, pop that into our little tub and put that safely to one side. I've got the other two bolts to do. See if we can line it up, hold that into place, Oh, we can hold it into... No, we can't hold that into place. So what we'll do, we'll put it on its side. As I say, I've got the covers on there, so effectively I can work like this. And that should... There we go. There's the bolt done. Put the bolt into our little tub. Same on this side. Now I've got to be aware that this may sag, so I've got to basically keep everything in the way. I've got shoulders, parts of bodies, parts of my body, as I say. There we go. And what I'm doing is I'm waiting to... there we go. We then got control. Pop that, there's the bolt, and then lift. Oh, I shouldn't look like that after just 6 months. Right, now we've got to think wiring. Well, the wire comes here, and it comes through this point here, and there's a rubber grommet. There's a little tab, metal tab. Be careful not to overextend it on this side, so you don't want to be weakening that. And effectively, you want to be pulling these tabs up. Be careful not to weaken them from doing this too much. Pull them up. They are fairly flexible. And pop the wire out. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave them where they are so we can get paint in there. That is rusty as hell. But effectively what we're doing is we're popping this grommet through, which is actually not too hard. Right, removing the number plate. Now remember, I've got this here. The number plate actually holds this bit on, so effectively it is a matter of undoing the bolts. And they're not that tight on. There we go. Do the other one. Hold my... there we go. There's the business. So I'm going to draw the number plate holding my rack. It's going to withdraw. Bet you it doesn't. I do such a good job on these things. Sometimes they don't want to come apart. Let's just slide, yep. We've got a washer there. That comes out, and that's out of the way. Put that in that little tub. Right, now we can get to the electrics at the back. And basically, unplug them all. Look at the dirt coming off my bloody Fender. Right, so what I've got is all the electrics. Now if you remember when I did the electrics, I made sure I made some concessions to the mainframe loom. That goes into there, that goes into there, and trying to stay away from the mainframe loom, so for just this reason. So we've got all the earths which come out. Let's see if they want to come out. Come on, you can do it. There we go. There we go. So basically we take the piggybacks off. That's that one. Now you see why I use piggyback connectors as well. Because effectively we can pop it all apart and not have to worry about it. That's one. That's one. We're in business on one. I think we're going to be in business on two in a second. Here we go. That's the loom off. Oh, that's the trailer loom off. That's going to be fun. Pop that to one side. What I really want to do is have all the piggybacks on here. Effectively, we've got all these apart, we can pull them through. Now I don't want to lose these. Fold all those quietly away. We've got a rubber grommet here, so hopefully we can peel off these bits. Look at the mess. And we can pop these through. There's the main loom. So once we get the grommet to pop out, which is fairly easy, we can just feed all our wires through. Great thing about making a video is that you then just watch the video back to put it all back together. That can come out. These do part quite easily, they come across. You can feed them out. So we've got one wire with 2 rubber grommets, which we will put back into place and pop to our box. So now we've got this wiring loom here, which we can pop, there we go, pop them all through. And all we've got to do is get this light off, which is going to be fun. So what you've got the 3 cushion bungs there, and you've got 3 bolts on the other side which hold the main unit on. But what we've got to do, we've got to undo these bolts, which we have soaked in lube, so hopefully they'll come off. I wonder what size bolt they are. They're a 10. Right, I've wire brushed them and then lubed them up, and they are actually coming undone there. That's what we like. Pop that down there. That comes undone. And then we should be able to remove. Yeah, we can. So what I'll do is I'll flip it over, pop these in the pocket. So by rights we should be able to lift this out. Yep. There we go, that's what we like. Now we've got the wiring grommet that needs to come out. Push that through before you pull the light too far. So effectively you've got this rubber grommet here, and then you just pull the wiring through. Done. Lights off. Now if you look at these rubber bits, there is an actual insert to stop you over tightening. They need to go back, but we can put it all together, pop that out, put the light in the box. So, pop them out, they come out, and then we can push through the rubber. It is fairly soft rubber, so it's not hard to do. There we go. Pop them together, pop them back on the light, keep them safe. Put bolts back on as well. Right, just these last bits off. We've got a bolt here, bolt there, and they are 8mm, and they are welded into the back here. So see, all you've got to do is undo these bolts, which are, there we go, they just come off fairly easy. I've got a trick I'm going to do with these. Actually no, I know what I'm going to do. they should just come off. Oh, fairly tight. One, two, and three. Now, luckily, I said I'd done a video before on the wiring in the back here. It's always a good idea to take a photo of the wiring, so then you've got something to work with. But effectively, that's what we've got. That's off. Put that in the little safety box. Alright, all I've got to do now is clean it all up. That's going to be fun. That's removed and apart. Goodbye, YouTube.